All right, going live. It may take a few minutes.
So you're going to become a YouTube sensation, quit your day job, and then just
YouTube sensation, definitely. So you guys should be able to see me now through YouTube.
Beautiful.
Okay, yeah, it's on now.
All right, perfect. So, welcome everyone. This is our weekly prep. Oh, it comes. So YouTube comes from a few minutes behind. So that's gonna be weird, especially if you guys are not on mute. I don't know how to manage that, but let me just get started. So thank you for joining. Happy Valentine's. So every Sunday we're gonna take a look at high probability.
Yes, I muted you on Zoom. Yeah, I muted you on Zoom because you were getting an echo.
Yeah, so you would
just get started. So,
but I'm hearing myself. Where do I hear myself? Let's see.
So thank you for joining. So every Sunday we're gonna take
Let's see. I wanna shut this down somewhere. It's playing.
I probably muted you on Zoom.
All right, perfect.
Yeah. So you would just get started.
So I guess when you guys are not on mute, I'm gonna hear you. So when you talk, you're gonna have to mute YouTube.
I'm gonna shut this down somewhere. It's playing. Alright, perfect.
All right.
I think everybody has to mute.
When you guys are not on mute, I'm gonna hear you. So,
Yeah, everybody has to mute. All right, let me cover a few things. So we're gonna look at high probability trade setups for stocks, options, Bitcoin, crypto in general. We'll look at historical data, trading patterns. Obviously, let me just put the disclaimer out of the way. All of our discussions and the video, everything is personal opinion. It doesn't constitute investment advice or financial advice. So please make sure you do your own due diligence. With that, what I thought we would do is a couple of things. We would review the trades, a couple of trades we did or at least talked about at our last session, and then kind of how we did there. And then we do a kind of money calendar market update like we did last time. I do want to cover crypto first because I think we're at the buy zone, at least the way I trade Bitcoin. So I'll probably share that in case anyone wants to, join in the trade that I'm in. And same thing with Ethereum as well. So very quickly, so if you look at so what we did last time, actually let me put this, where's my, let me find my, so I'm trying to get used to the controls that I have. Okay, let's go from here. So that's Tom's room, but I'll go to. So I posted. What I've done is I've created another folder for us for the things we'll discuss tonight. Same way we did last time. So what we did last time, if you guys remember, we looked at the calendar. This is earnings. So we looked at the money calendar kind of for February. And then we discussed a couple of candidates. There was in the money calendar, we looked at NVIDIA, Netflix, a couple of things that came up. Actually, the list was like this. So that was the list for money calendar. I did a couple of these trades, and I think you guys did as well. So if we look at, I'll come back to CAT, but the NVIDIA trade, if you did that trade that we did together, if you held it all the way to February 19 extension and this expiration, this is the risk graph. Look at how beautiful NVIDIA moved. Obviously, I think I exited somewhere around this first move. So when we were up here, I exited. I didn't make the full profit, but at least if you had stayed in this trap trade, you would have made really good money. It's still a good trade. I did an ICPT trade. I sold 100 puts and bought the stock itself. That came down a little bit, but I took profits. I closed that. I'm looking to sell naked puts on ICPT again. It's something that I'm looking, if there's good premium, I might do 30 or 25s. We're going to take a look at that. We did a Caterpillar trade. I did naked puts on CAT. Not naked puts, actually. I bought way in the money calls for this past Friday. I did this twice. And it worked out pretty well since our last meeting. I hope some of you did this as well. This was really good profit. This was like a Delta 80 type in the money when the stock was at 190. So it obviously moved up all the way to 197. So this coming week, depends on where CAT is. This may be a good trade still. The $200 calls, but we'll have to take a look. Again, I would do it if I see a good kind of pullback and good in the money setup. I might do that. But those are some of the stocks we discussed. It was interesting. So I did Jimia naked puts like 3 times in a row last 2 weeks. And on Friday, I sold again. So for this coming Friday, I did 60 puts. So that's, I think that's going to be interesting. Let me just show you guys. So basically, Jimia right now, this looks like, at 62.56, it's actually a profitable trade. It's going to be a profitable trade if it stays at this. I have 60 puts. I sold again. If my timing was right towards the end of the day, if I had sold, I would have gotten a better credit. But you can't time these things. But so I'm gonna be watching this. I don't mind getting assigned, but this is a trade for this week. I built up additional position at BCRX after it pulled back under 9 and came back up. I still have this Orinia stock. I sold calls against it. So once these exit, I'll see where we are. But I'm comfortable. $15 kind of is the base for me. I did the NDX Iron Condor. I think JC did this. So we'll see how that goes this week. This Vimy, WWR, these are great naked puts. I think you guys know 2-3 weeks ago I got into these things. they're like almost max profit. Like, look how beautiful this is. I sold like 400 contracts, $1.85, 75, 70 cents. They're like 5 cents. So this week they're gonna close. Same thing with WWR. I did about 200 plus contracts. It's gonna expire worthless. I love seeing these things expire worthless. And then Excel, I think some of you are in this with me. I did a naked put on 20. That's again the setup for the great setup that we have with Excel. That I like is the squeeze setup. And we got the RAF Pro buy signal at 4 hour. So I do expect that to expire worthless. Some of you have, I think, call options on these. I think you guys are playing the squeeze. I just did a put credit spread. I mean, naked puts. So that's kind of like what I have this week. We'll see. I'm gonna keep building up the Seahawks. Surf, I have the surface oncology, naked puts 100. I expect this to expire worthless. So February 19 is a good expiration for me. It's kind of like my monthly play. So with that, let me show you guys the crypto charts. Let's start with that because there's some probably buying opportunity right now, which I'm losing money, but I want to show you guys what I think. Let me see. So let's see. So when you look at the 4 hours kind of chart, in the 4 hour chart, like we have really two directions it could go. Right now, I don't like the action that's the pullback that's taking out this, ascending triangle. Because if it exits from down here, we may go down all the way to 44K before we bounce up. So you have to watch out for this. I actually had an aggressive trade. I just got in because I'm bullish on Bitcoin in general. But we may, if it breaks down, like in this at this triangle, we may go down and hit 44K tonight and then come back up. I look at the symmetry here. If we kind of break up from here, I think we go up to 53K. I wanted to share that with you guys because I think there may be buying opportunities down here. Typically, I've been trading this in the 4 hour median line. So anytime it hits over here, it bounces back up. So this is typically a good buy zone. But with this triangle, so I'd be careful. I took a risk, but I bought right here aggressively. I'm gonna add as it comes down here. This is my buy zone right now. So there's buying opportunity here. It may, so we haven't, obviously we're in the 4 hour, right? This thing might close up here. So we may be back in the triangle, right? So you might still end up maintaining this. So just watch for that. These may be like good buying zones right now because this is where I buy. I've been doing this trade. I buy here and then I go to 1 ATR, 2 ATR and sell and take profits. It pulls back to the medium. I buy again, I sell. So that's what I've been doing. Obviously, it doesn't mean it's going to work because right now we're down to 46,000. So it's definitely going down all the way here. Ethereum doing the same thing. So we'll see. Let me look at the 1 hour. Yeah. So we're definitely breaking down. Looks like this orange squeeze kind of firing to the downside. But we're still in the squeeze. So this hourly close, where we close at 10 p.m. will determine, you know, whether this pattern holds and we're going upside, or we're going to go down first and come back up. So right now, this is breaking down. I think if this closes down here, we're going all the way to 44K. So look for opportunities to buy tonight, or you can short it on a bounce back to the triangle in the 1 hour. So in the 1 hour, if it bounces back, comes up here, and you have resistance at this level, this is where you can short to get down, you know, just profit from, you know, coming from 47,000 to 44K. That's for Bitcoin. Again, I was really planning that we would buy around here and it would shoot up tonight, but that's the opposite is happening. So I think we're gonna hit 44Ks. This is how Bitcoin does, right? So this is a short trade. So if it bounces back up here, you can think about taking a trade to the downside. So it looks like we may go down to 44K. Same thing on Ethereum. So as you can see, like I typically buy down around here. This is in 4 hour. Actually, this may be a good buy zone for Ethereum right now. 1660s, something for me to think about. Yeah, so guys, we're definitely coming down this path. So Ethereum price target we broke down from this triangle, 1540. This is where I would start accumulating. So watch out tonight. It may happen like after midnight, and then by the time we wake up, this might be back up here, right? But this is right now. This technical pattern is playing out. It could be 2-3 days. We're down here. So this is a good short trade, but you have to make sure the 4 hour closes down here below and it confirms. Okay, both Ethereum and Bitcoin does fake outs a lot. So yeah, hourly definitely is giving the signal we're going down this way. So so that's Bitcoin and Ethereum. Any questions? Anybody trading crypto? Features? Let me know. Let's see. All right. All right, let me show you guys. Let's go back to the
EO,
yeah.
EO, are you going to do anything with Mara or Riot because of what you're saying?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, like, basically, I would be looking to either sell naked puts on Mara.
You can type a question in the YouTube.
EO, are you going to do anything with Mara or Riot because of what you're saying?
Yeah, I got your question. So basically, either sell naked puts on Mara when it comes down to especially with Bitcoin, right? These levels down here. So when we come down to 44, I might either buy Mara directly or sell naked puts. I think there's a little bit of delay between the broadcast and the Zoom, so sorry about that. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at where's the
I think E-Burn is also crypto, right?
yeah, I think so. I only really follow Mara, Riot, and you know, like PayPal and Square and those companies that own Bitcoin, right? So, but I think GBTC and Mara, we may do some trades since this is breaking down to the support zone. So we're gonna, in the next day or two, we're gonna have a good buying opportunity down here. Now there is a possibility if this breaks 44, which I don't think so, but if it does, we go all the way to 41K. That's really at 41K, like that's where I would probably pile up more into Bitcoin. I mean, look at this chart. This was a perfect. I'm just surprised. I mean, the ascending triangle mean it's a bearish move, right? Typically, you break down, but you know, with Bitcoin, there's so many times it goes up, shoots up the opposite direction, but we're just catching a big down move. Again, look at the daily, right? It's even though it's breaking down, it's gonna come, like if it comes down to the mean on daily, we are talking about 42,000, 41, 42,000 down here. But I think we're coming down to this support zone here, 44K. And I will add contracts here at 44K.
Even though it's breaking down, it's gonna come, like if it comes down to the mean on the
Leo, we don't see the chart.
you're talking about 42,000, 41, 42,000 down.
Yeah, let me put back the chart. So, yeah, like if it comes down to mean, it's like 42,000. But I think if you see, like we've been hugging this ADMA, so you know I wouldn't be surprised. It's like by the time we, you know, get up tomorrow morning, this is back up here. I mean, Bitcoin does these fake outs, so you have to. Like if you're gonna short, you have to make sure it comes back up and confirms and resistance here, and then you know rolls down. That's when it rolls down below where this candle closes. Then you can take a short position all the way to, you know, yeah, 44 first. I would take profits there, and then you know, 41, 42. This is where I would get back in. This is a great place to buy. And then we go to, you know, go up to 54. If this kind of like we consolidate here and this move is going to be done here and we're not really going all the way down, so you get like a couple more bars like this up here, that's also good, right? That means we're kind of consolidating, continue to kind of maintain here and then build momentum and then go up. But right now it looks like it's going to break down. All right. So what I've been doing, just as an example, so I look at the 4-hour chart of either Bitcoin and Ethereum. And typically, both Bitcoin and Ethereum in 4 hour kind of does a good job of hugging this mean and bounce back from here. So obviously, we will see when this closes. I have a feeling this is a fake out and it's gonna close back up here. But you know, the technical pattern is there, right? Like normally this should break down all the way to 44K. So but we'll see. We'll see. So if it does it like every single time, what it does, we're gonna hug this mean, and that's a buy zone. But I would wait till the close. If we are truly breaking down and we're going all the way down here, I would wait for a confirmed bounce from here. So I look at the 4 hour for kind of an trade entry, and then go to 1 hour chart, and then look for basically a confirmation of the 4 hour zone versus the 1 hour, and I like seeing squeezes in 1 hour chart. So typically to the upside. I don't like trading Bitcoin to the downside because you could miss the opportunity to catch the profit down here, and it'll immediately move up because it's such a bullish, fundamentally bullish, instrument. So, look, I mean, like similar type of kind of, squeezes we had down here. It didn't break down. It seemed like it was breaking down. But this one is different. I think we were due for a pullback. It looks like we're gonna stay in this range. If it breaks down this low, that's when it may get nasty. But anyhow, I'm gonna be adding here. I added here, which is gonna be way in the loss. I'm gonna double that position down here, and then I think if it goes down to 41, that's when I will double that. That's my plan right now. But the squeezes, looking like they're gonna fire to the downside. So you could catch, you guys are catching this, so take advantage. This is really nice move. There's just a couple of thousand points of move. Yeah. All right. Ethereum, I like Ethereum a lot. So I like Ethereum a lot, but the same thing as Bitcoin. It has the same exact structure. This is so weird. I mean, they both have the same exact structure. So we'll see. Like, I guess you could draw a line here. Yeah, you can draw a line here. So this is where it should bounce off, somewhere right down here. It should bounce off. But if it hits the targets of this, ascending triangle, we're going to the bottom of the triangle, right? Like the technical target would be 1540. So if you short it up here, I would put a profit taking target here at like 1680. Put a profit taking target at 1540. So you would trade a confirmed reversal from here. So this would bounce up, come back up here, and it will turn down. That's when you take the trade to the downside. Because some of these first moves might always be fake outs. All right, perfect. Let's go back to the Tom's room. Let's see, where did I put Tom's room? I think it's right here. All right. All right, so a couple of things. So I did money calendar. So if you guys look at the money calendar, so what does the market look like, right? So as we all experienced, the first 2 weeks, all green, and you know it's kind of aligned with this stock traders almanac as well. So you're kind of bullish first 2 weeks, and the third week. So after the President's Day, obviously tomorrow markets are closed. You kind of see we're kind of like the first half, we're green, and then it kind of turns into a bearish mode. So I'm going to be looking to do some, perhaps a hedging trades down here. I mean, if we look at, S&P, it's just like, it just looks such a bullish trend. Until we break the trend, I'm not taking hedges. I need to kind of see an indication of turn, but I think we are getting there. So I might do like a relatively kind of lotto size hedges on Wednesday. So let's talk about that together, because I'm sure you guys have some good ideas around that as well. But I ran the scan, so money calendar scan. These are the stocks that has consistent last 10 years, consistent bullish moves, starting from February 16th. So like I looked at those stocks that have 100% last 10 years wins. So it's UNH is one of them. I think UNH is Henry Gamble's favorite, right? So look at this. Historically, last 10 years, if you enter the bullish trade on UNH on the 16th, these are the average returns you would get. So it would be a profitable, 100% profitable. Historical data obviously doesn't mean it's going to happen the 11th time either. So same way Autodesk. So these are the two I picked, but I put the other names on the list so you can go check. They're 90% winners as well, 9 out of 10s. Look at NVIDIA, is still up there. Even SPY is here. So, think about that, right? Like we're expecting kind of like the market to turn, but when it comes to SPY, S&P, 9 years out of 10, you have bullish, bullish trend a few more weeks. So actually, let's run that because I want to see it for SPY. So on the 16th, all right, so I can put this here. All right, so this is what SPY looks like. So February 16, buy, and then exit February 22. So you would make 9 out of 10 years, it was a profitable trade. Any questions on this? We can take a look at UNH and others. right? So be careful, right? Like even though we're expecting a down kind of after President's Day, there's still, I think, another week we're bullish before it turns, at least based on historical. The other names under here, I looked at booking, but I didn't like the pattern. I don't like the pattern, that kind of profit coming down in the years. I kind of want to see historical data to either kind of averaging in the middle or it's going up. Whereas so there's another 100% here. So look at this, right? ADSK. This is a 4-day trade, 16 to 19. So we can play these with options. All right, let's go back. So if you kind of look at it like Monday, so let's see, you're asking what type of trades. Yeah, so like we're in this week, right? So if we do a weekly trade, so this week we're gonna. What is that?
One question.
Yeah. Go ahead. YouTube probably coming behind, so you can ask the question.
So let's see, you're asking what that phrase. Yeah, so like we're in this week, right? So if we do a weekly trade, so this week we're gonna do what's that? One question. Yeah.
So buy on SPY means, is that buy at the end of the day on Feb 16th?
Yeah, I think they're.
Is that how the backtest works?
Yeah, that's how the backtest. That's my understanding. That's basically close of the day. So you want to be probably towards the end of the day. I think obviously you look at the price action, right? I have a feeling Tuesday will be a gap up day, so you might you might want to do something in the morning. I might be wrong, obviously, but I do have a feeling next week will be it's going to start pretty strong on Monday. That's kind of my expectation. Again, these are like historical data, right? It's based on the close of that day, before the close of that day. So the trade is placed this day, but I think it's using the data for the close price of the at the day the trade is placed. So Lee, the money calendar is a subscription I have at Tom's Options Room. So I use this as a validation of kind of like the trends before. If I am thinking about a trade with a stock and I see them on the money calendar as a strong, kind of bullish trend historically the last 10 years, then I will, then I will enter into a trade. So a couple of you are asking about QQQ, TLT. Let's take a look. Let's see. Did you guys see QQQ down here on the list? Yeah, let's take a look. Okay, QQQ, historically, February 16th through February 22nd. Last 9 out of 10 years, it moved to the upside. So its average trade gain was 1.96, max profit was 8, max drawdown was 1.8. So QQQ looks as well. So let's talk about, a couple of you are asking Amazon. I was looking at Amazon and Tesla. Let me put Thinkorswim on. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah? Okay, perfect. So look at Amazon, guys. So daily chart, look at the symmetry. I mean, Henry Gamble does a great job of these symmetries. So, like, I look at daily and then 4 hourly. So I like what I see. Like for me, this 32.20 zone is the buy zone. So we may be able to do something here. What I like is like really like you can't see it on the daily that much, but 4 hour chart just tells you. So we're getting close to a RAF Puro buy signal. Ready, aim, perfect setup, right? This is gonna turn, but I would wait till the kind of like the confirmation down here. You wanna wait for. Now I think Monday might be gap up, and then this may be it. Like this is the turn here. But if you really look at it historically, this -1 ATR, -1 to -2 ATR, right? That's the buy zone for 4 hour. So we're in the -1. I would have liked to buy down here. So if it pulls back more and if it hits this area, 32.18, 32.20, that's where I would consider a buy. So I would do something, probably a butterfly or something like that, a near term, to benefit from a bounce from here. Because if we do something similar to this, kind of like this to -1 ATR, and this is coming to -1 ATR. Actually, this is -2 ATR down here. So this is basically like oops. Yeah. So like you kind of go like, why is this? Why can't I draw? Must be doing something wrong. Never mind. So, okay, here you go. So same move is happening here. So the -2 ATR is a buy zone. And then not to mention all the squeezes we have, right? So I'm really, we're gonna be watching this. I mean, I don't, so obviously we don't want to do something against the macro situation. So we got to watch out for the macro situation. But look, this is turning, right? This is the 1 hour chart. So from here, in the near term, we could trade this. Like on Monday, get into this with a risk, some risk down to 32.20s, but a huge reward, right? We could go up to 33, yeah, 100 point move up. So all right, let's see. Tesla. So basically what I have on this chart is your stack.
This one max pain is 3200. So I did a butterfly, good butterfly for this.
For Amazon, max pain is 3200. Is that what you said? So I have on this chart basically the stacked up EMAs, and so it's 821, 34, 55, 89. And obviously hourly looks bearish, but I think what I like here is
max pain is 3200.
okay. What I like is this 30-minute squeeze looks good on Tesla, guys. Yeah, right around here would have been kind of like a good entry. But the move is confirmed here, so I'm going to look at Tesla as well. Because given the 30-minute, I like when there's a 30-minute squeeze and a daily squeeze. So we may, this thing might go up like within a week, back up to here. Actually above here. So we may go back up to, this 840 level. Let me see the daily. Oops. Yeah, daily histogram, I don't like the way it looks. But still, it's pulling back down to 34. So we have to watch out for kind of good entry point for Tesla. There may be an option here. We may benefit from a short-term kind of bounce. That may be the 30-minute squeeze firing. Again, I wouldn't do anything big. I'm going to be cautious this week and next week. I think I told you guys that's kind of my plan. I will continue with kind of like the naked puts that are kind of on stocks that I want to own for the long term, whatever happens. Doesn't matter. So let me go back to the money calendar. Okay. So I put these on the folders. I think you all have access to this, so you can actually, on your own leisure, you can take a look. But I'm kind of sharing with you what I do. I put the crypto stuff here. You guys take a look. Some of the altcoins just rallied big time. Some of them are like 5, 10x. They're all coming down, so it's slowing down a little bit. I put those in there for you. So the other thing I've done is I ran some scans for us. This is a orange dot squeeze, the highest compression squeeze scan. So look at the names here. Like Splunk is here, CyberArk, some cyber companies down in this list with squeezes. Let's look at CyberArk. So you'll see the list, squeeze list there. So daily chart looks like CyberArk is consolidating. The orange dot squeeze. So look at this. This is such a beautiful chart. So we're right about to get a RAF Pro buy signal with an orange dot squeeze, daily squeeze. Let me see how the 4-hour looks. Yeah, 4-hour we have my buy signal as well. So this looks pretty good. Entry around here with a potential target of like 170s up here. I mean, first it needs to go through this 168. Once it passes that, we're looking at 172. This is actually pretty good. So I'm gonna just save this for us. And we can take a look how it goes. Let's do this. So I'm going to put the CyberArk setup. Let's see. Let's take a look at the options. So this says, now obviously it doesn't mean it's gonna work, but if we were to do a trade, I think February 19 is too close, but actually it might work, but maybe 2 weeks out. I'll actually go to just monthly expiration, maybe fine. So where are we? We're at 162. We're saying we might go to 173, right? So So you can do something like this. Let me see how it's going to price. Let's move this up. 140. Let's do this 185 so it zooms in a little bit more. So, not bad. So you would risk $500 to make, you know, 1400. It's not the best. I think we can do better than this, but given the squeeze, I kind of like this. I'll save this. Just giving you options. We'll take a look tomorrow, obviously. If it gaps up, don't do this, because you may not get these values. So that's one. I'll save this. You could do, you know, let's see. You could do like a delta 70. This would be, let's say 10 contract delta 70, and then minus 10 here, 75. So you'll do a call debit spread. So we bought way in the money. And selling a call to kind of, it's 175 call to kind of supplement the fee. So it's a one-to-one, but remember, this is way in the money. So so normally when I do way in the money, I actually do it just calls. So this is the other option. Obviously, it doesn't mean it's going to work. Just saving these for us to evaluate. And then I think cheaper option would be we'll do 165 to 175, for instance. That's much better. So buying the 165 call, selling the 175. Let's do. I'm putting these all on the website, so you don't really try to see it on the video. You can, I think you're all registered to my website, right? If not, just go register and let me know. I'll approve. I'll put this in there as well. So I'll post it here. All right, I saved those as well. Yeah, I'll take a look. I saw your comments about images not clear on YouTube, so I'll have to double check. Need to set that up. All right. I'll spend another 5 minutes on just remaining items, and then I think we all call it a day after that. Let me see what else can I show. Wow, Bitcoin just turned back. It's like 47,000. I was telling you guys, it hit all the way down to 45 and it just came back. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll take a look. I saw comments about it's not clear on YouTube. Check.
All right.
Also, you registered at the website, but I did not get the email confirmation. I think I need to verify to log in.
Oh, okay. So I'll take a look. I get like so many scam requests these days. I don't know like if which email is correct. So you have my email address, right? Just email me so I know which email to approve. Is it your email address on the list that we have? Okay. Guys, just continuing with the list. Here's the short squeeze list. I just ran the scan. Obviously, some of this data is dated. Tati has more like the S3 data, more, but still, it helps. Like, take a look at this. I mean, this is the list changed. Like, we used to have like 23 items on this list. Now I run the same scan. We're less than, we're 10 items on the short float list. So Blink is on the list. So we got to look at Blink, Clovis, Fubo, GoGo, SunPower. I think anything with solar, stuff like that, I kind of like doing stuff, especially if there's a short squeeze.
Yes,
I need to take a look.
it's on the list. Kulasekar.yam@gmail.com. But I will email you as well. Thank you.
Yep. Okay. So that's the high short interest list. This is the bigger list from this high short interest website. So that doesn't match with the Finviz search I have. I do 30% and above here. Some of these are probably in 20% short float range. So like these 20s don't show up on my list. I look at the ones with 30% above. And also I look at beta over 1. So that we can catch the moves. Earnings calendar. I don't know if we want to do anything, but I ran a scan in Tom's options. These are the ones that are coming up that are relatively last 4 earnings stayed within the expected move. I know CVS works. I'm surprised about Roku. Roku typically moves, so we'll have to take a look. But this week, so far, the earnings trades beginning of this year haven't been as successful. I had a few scratches really, like we did last week, so they weren't as successful as how it was last year. So I might still do them. Just remember they are binary events. So whatever you risk, you have to assume you can lose the full amount. So you want to have a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 3 if possible. Those are the good ones to take. But I am interested in looking at Roku this week. I am interested in looking at Marriott, like the boring stocks. I'm actually interested in looking at Marriott. That might be actually a good one. CVS might be a good one. Roku, I'm interested just because premiums might be really rich, as you can see. So we may do an iron fly. But Marriott looks interesting to me. Again, like Marriott is 100% win over the last. Actually, this is last 2 earnings. Expected move. Same here on RCL, Royal Caribbean. Maybe we look at these. Just remind me, guys, during the week. We'll take a look. I get busy with my real job. And I think I look at TG's list. I can't believe that guy is like, did he make like 12 million? Like his accounts, like success stories are so big. I had SNDL. Oh my God. I had like 100,000 shares of SNDL at 70 cents. And I sold it at 90 cents and booked profits. It was, and then I saw it, it went to what, $4? That's crazy. I mean, you look at stuff like that. I think he was better at keeping this, long term. I think he did very well with NEO. So what I'm interested in on this list is, as you guys know, I'm in WWR. I want to book my profits this week on this, and I will probably do more trades depending upon where it is, the price action. I mean, interested in CRSR. I'm going to look at SNDL. If it pulls back to the levels that are acceptable, I might, again, speculatively, I might get back in just because it's it's a wheat stock and relatively high short interest. So, and UAVS I'm looking at as well. The top portion, GLD, SLE, I'm not interested in these. I think there will be, unfortunately, these guys won't do well, I think, in the near term. In the long term, they might. We're going to look at Mara, Riot, depending upon the Bitcoin price, but it keeps going back up from bouncing off, so we'll see. That's really it. Let me see if there's anything else I need to cover. Let's take a look at, let's close with Bitcoin. Hopefully this is helpful to you guys, and it's kind of helpful to me because as I kind of think through the stuff I do, it gets me organized just to prepare for these sessions. I need to figure out how we do the YouTube thing and this session together, because I do want to do a little bit of a, it's easier for me. It just saves it there, the video, and it's there. I don't have to deal with it. Let's see. Okay. So look at the bounce we got, guys. This is Ethereum. I mean, this would have been a great buy right down here. In fact, I might have actually purchased it without realizing. Let me take a look. Because I had an order and it is down, but I purchased it. What did I bought it at 1776, my average. So this is 3 orders actually, 10,000 each, I think. I think one order is 690, and let me, and then probably I have like buys around here. So I have to think about this, right? This is breaking down, so it's not the best, but I'm going to keep this. I'm going to hold this for the long term. I'll probably add probably another 20K of Ethereum, depending upon the price action. If it goes back down, I'll probably add. But look at this volume. It came with volume in the 1 hour. Let me see where it is in 4 hours. Yeah, it's, oh my God, this is perfect. Look at these guys. It hits the 89 EMA. Like this, actually second, yeah. I mean, it's -2 ATR. This is where it bounces back from. It's very nicely. And the last dip, it did the same thing. So it would be very interesting if it comes back down all the way to +2 ATR. And I wouldn't be surprised if we're at like 1900 in the next couple of days. You know, depends on where this closes today. But this was obviously a big dump here on Ethereum. Somebody wants to keep it down. I think people are, like, we have institutional buyers that are manipulating this price because Ethereum, in my view, should have been easily at the 1900 level right now. So they're pressuring this. They're pressuring this. There's definitely some sort of manipulation going on. But this is good. So hopefully you guys, some of you bought at these levels or wait for further downside, because I think this is what, like, you see guys, how it kind of drops, comes back up, and then kind of consolidates. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to get, you know, buy something. But this mean is a good buy. If you can do -2, -1 ATR buys on Ethereum, it's just great opportunity. Again, my price target for near term Ethereum is 2200, and then longer term is 5000. So you can just buy and hold. I have a sizable Ethereum portfolio, and then I do futures trading like this on Bybit. All right. I think with that, I'm gonna just switch this off. I'll switch it off with a nice move for you guys. So definitely, I think we can just walk through Zoom right now. I think only 7 of us left. And just close it. I think we can. I think I shut down the YouTube area, but we can close the screen. Yeah. So you guys couldn't see the